I'm Stan Espachip. In our previous safety videos, we talked about the equipment that we have on the boats, where it's located, and we're just getting into now with the videos of how some of the equipment is used. But right now in this video, we want to switch topics and talk about what safe practices you can use when you're on the boat. We're also going to cover the location of the 3 emergency exits that we have if you happen to be down below and trapped in an emergency and can't get out to the companionway. So let's start with your arrival at the boat for your sail. You've got your sail bag, maybe a jacket over your shoulder, your PFD with you. So how's the proper way to get on the boat? Rule number 1 that you want to consider: one hand for you and one hand for the boat. So free your hands before you step on board. Take your bag and either put it on the gunnel or hand it to somebody who's already on the boat. Then using the handrail and or the stanchion itself, simply board the boat. Put a hand here, one hand for you, and now you're in the cockpit. When you're out sailing, you're in the cockpit. Keep in mind, one hand for you rule. Always have one hand. This is particularly true when the boat's heeling, the waves are bouncing up and down, and you're going to move around the boat. Say it's your turn to take the helm, okay? So you get up out of your seat. Use the support of the binnacle. Don't grab the wheel. That's the worst thing to grab. Use the binnacle. Move around, take your position at the helm, and then you're ready to go. If you're going to be changing seats, use either the binnacle or this arch over the companionway. It's there to lend support for you so you can steady yourself when moving around. Another thing, don't lean on the lifelines. They may not be as secure as you think you are. If you're up here and you lean out, maybe the pelican hook isn't properly fastened and you're going to go for a swim. That's happened a few times in the past when somebody leaned on a lifeline that wasn't fully secure. These are mishaps that will occur, so make sure that you're keeping yourself safe while you're out on the water. Okay, so you're on the boat, you're in the cockpit now, and you want to take your equipment below. So I'm sure you know these steps are quite steep. There's not a lot of room to maneuver around in the companionway. So I want you to think of this as a ladder, not as those stairs coming down from your bedroom down to the living room. But think of it as a ladder. And the safest way to go down is to go down backwards, just like you would on a ladder. But first of all, free your hands. One hand for the boat, remember? So put your bag on the cockpit floor or hand it down to somebody who might already be below. Step into the companionway backwards. Grab the handrails on either side. Pay attention to what you're doing. Don't be thinking about something else. And go down to the cabin. Then when you're safely down, you can reach out, pull your bag or whatever you had on the deck, and take it down with you. Now, if you're below and there's an emergency that prevents you from getting out to the companionway, there are 3 emergency exits below that you can use. If you're forward, where I am now in the V berth, there's a hatch directly above the bunk in the V berth. You can open the hatch from the inside, or if there's another crew member already on board up above, they can open it for you. So open the hatch. Climb up on the bunk, and you can easily get out. Now, if you're in the salon, you can use this main hatch up above, directly behind the mast. You can't miss it. All you have to do is open it up. Climb up on the settee
and out you go.
So if you're in the aft cabin, there's a hatch that opens up underneath the starboard bench seat in the cockpit. Just open this up. It can be opened from the inside as Greg is doing now. Open it up, and there's his smiling face.
I'm coming out.
Okay, when you're going forward, again, one hand for you, one for the boat. Don't trust the lifelines. They can give way. Use the handrail that's on the top of the cabin. And also, when you're bringing the boat into the slip and you're trying to pull it to the dock, don't use the lifelines. Use the stanchion. That's a lot more sturdy. And also, use it down low near where it's fastened. You can also use the shrouds. They're plenty strong. They're holding up the mast. They can certainly hold you up as well. If you're up on the deck working at the mast, hook an arm around it. That'll give you an opportunity to use both hands to do whatever it is you need to do, but you're still firmly anchored to the mast. It's also a good idea to have on a Type 5 PFD like I'm wearing today, like we heard about in the last video. So that wraps up our safety practices video. Remember, one hand for you and one for the boat. Keep these safe practices in mind when you're out on the boats. They're going to add to your enjoyment of the sail, and they will help keep you safe. So next up in our video series, we're going to be covering the deployment of the life sling, which is that white bag that hangs on the stern of the boat, and also the use of the Type 4 PFD with floating line. That's that bright yellow cushion that we have now on our boats. And we're going to talk about the use of the manual bilge pump. So thanks for taking the time to review and use the information in these videos. Stay safe, enjoy your sailing, and we'll see you out on the water. Thanks for listening.